Hello and welcome to another video of me karting and talking something on the background. So I welcome you to Kuningamäe Kardirada, where I actually ended up quite surprisingly, not planned ahead. It's actually a Latvian event. My friends and karting coach Ile Rygretson found this out. We thought there would be prizes at the end of this race, but it turns out there are prizes for the whole season. So I was tricked into driving for fun. That normally doesn't happen, but at least I can share this content with you, and I did have some fun. So yeah, two interesting things about this series, actually organized by Latvians, called Discomania Oilhead, a very professional series actually. We had 42 drivers that day, and that's low by their standards, since it was quite a cold day of May. It was snowing at some point, that's all you need to know. And yeah, two interesting things about this series. First of all, it's a rolling start in a single line. You don't usually see that in hobby karting. It's difficult to organize, but these guys did it well. So when the green flag drops at the end, we go for 9 laps of semi-final. So I will show you two races, semi-final now and later a final of 12 laps. And yeah, these 42 drivers were separated into 4 groups based on their skill and weight. So here I am with the best Latvian hobby karters they have to offer. And also some Estonians. Guy in second there, his name is Richard Lainemäe. Apparently a local expert, also very fast guy. Very fast also, but kart number 8 turned out later not to be too good, so I was all over the guy in front immediately. I had no big pressure, I just wanted to get my driving started, maybe move up one position. It's been quite a busy day. The track surface was brand new for that year basically, so they hadn't driven the karts for a while. So it was creeping up each session. We had one practice session which was completely green, then only 5 minutes of qualifying where I didn't hit any apexes. It's starting 4th. And now we begin to pick up the pace. So my qualifying time was 47.6, but you can see at the bottom I ended up doing 47.0 this race, so quite a bit faster. And yeah, apart from the rolling start, interesting thing these guys have in their series is a joker lap. So each race, every driver once has to go through corridor they have made, which slows down quite several seconds. On this track, you can see it from this pit entry, a small slalom there, and then exit here. So that's quite a bit of strategy, very exciting element. My idea was to take it quite late if possible, to not get into traffic. Although here I am in traffic. Really trying to put some moves on, but being quite slippery still, you cannot really brake super late, and the guy was positioning himself well. But I guess you could also see that you're gonna lose some time fighting. He went for this joker immediately, giving me a free track. One of the leaders actually has taken the joker very early too, and for him it would work out. Later it turned out again that he had the fastest kart. Not big gaps on this track, but still quite a bit. So he would overcut as well. And yeah, now myself I was focusing on getting some pace down. The guy ahead, Richard, actually, he was second in qualifying with a really fast lap time. I had kart 10, which would actually turn out to be maybe the second fastest kart, but as I said later, he really struggled with the balance, or maybe something in his head. So he was really oversteering and losing it every corner. I would catch him quite quickly in this lap. And yeah, this track, it's actually really fun for hobby karts especially. They do hold race kart races here. It's maybe a bit tight for that, but hobby karts, it's really good fun. Really reminds of Langa, how you need to drive to make the lines smooth and carry the exit speeds. You can really find a lot of different lines here. Especially the track being so green, there's really no racing line at all. And you can really experiment with the lines. Sometimes you can feel it a little bit lost and driving in the middle of the track basically, but you need to really force yourself to focus on the ideal lines. Also significant on this lap, on this track, is the slipstream effect. The track is really on an open field. There's basically headwind here and really long straight. You can really gain some speed in the slipstream. Really small effect on other tracks usually, but here it's significant. Yeah, I was expecting a fight, but the guy just opened the door and was completely loose inside and out, so I took the position and could go chasing after the leader. This lap actually with the overtake for the Centurion was almost my best, not too bad. The guy ahead will actually finish second, at the same best lap time as me, so not too much to gain here. Mainly just learning the driving. Now, as you can see from the marshal holding the number at the end of the straight, we're going to enter the last lap. And this also means that I have still my joker lap to serve, so I will have to do it this lap. And it's a very exciting system. Also there are some like cones and other objects. And if you hit any of them, you will receive a 2-second penalty. Plus, of course, the pit entry was still very green and dusty, so you could really win and lose a lot by pushing or messing up the joker lap. So not ideal, but it was quite good. Later turned out my joker lap was 0.8 faster than anybody else, so I was happy with that. And here we have finished the semi-final, and I'm in third place. Yeah, Christopher's regained the lead in the last lap as me and Malinowski's beat it. And we are straight back into the final, now starting from third place. And now the guy ahead of me has the cart number 5, apparently the fastest. But I also have a good cart, and yeah, I could get a bit better start, but I'm just pushing the guy ahead immediately to go for it. My target for this race, you could say, is maybe second place. I for sure wanted to maybe not attack the guy ahead, but to get rid of the leader, not let him get too far. So I had a mindset of not attacking too much, but in this section the guy ahead made a bit of a mistake, opened the door, and I tried to go for it, but of course these guys are good racers and I will not get through for free, and a very bad situation now, a guy inside of me, so to not get into trouble and that fight, I took the Joker as well. But you can see here, I lost quite a bit of time in the entry. The guy ahead, his line was good for the exit, but a lot slower in the entry. So, as I said, I was the fastest Joker lap guy in the first race, but I now couldn't use my advantage in this race, which is really bad. Plus, now we have all these guys in front of us who we need to pass, which is really worst case scenario. I was really angry at myself here. There was so much potential, and I had a target in mind how to approach this race, but I let it go exactly opposite way. But okay, 12 laps is a not long race, but you could do something. So I still try to get closer to the guy in front, who was pulling away a bit on the straights. We had equal weights, but yeah, his car seemed to have a bit of top speed more, and he was a bit smaller as well, so a bit more aerodynamical maybe. But in the corners I was catching up, so I wanted to get close to him by the time we catch the guys he had. Here I will get my chance. Hit the guy in front, losing some speed. I almost got past him, but he got past me one more time. I didn't want to give up. Not sure how I did it, but I managed to come out in front. I would spoil you already. The guy in the cart number 5, who would end up the eventual winner. So here I'm basically in net lead position. But still I need to make quick work of the slower cars ahead. This one should be easy. Tight line gave him a chance of cutting back, but I had it covered. Okay. No need to look back at this point. I knew and I could hear the fast guy in cart number 5 being behind me, Marinovsky, so I had to keep the tempo up. And now this position is mine to lose, with again 2 carts coming up to pass. Not much possibility to think ahead or plan ahead. These guys were slow enough and fighting each other that you just had to take the first chance you get. I took it again here, but not very convincingly. The guy left very good room for me, but the guy in cart number 5 was well positioned, took perfect use and got past again, so I lost the harder position. Still, one guy ahead, one last chance to make use. Maybe now we could again reverse our roles. I could see the guy in cart number 5 doing less and less mistakes, so he was beginning to get used to his cart. So probably as time goes on I will have a harder time passing him, so I must not lose too much time. Kart 11 has a bad exit, we have a slipstream, better karts, and yeah, I try to follow him straight through with no gap into turn 1. My angle was not ideal, so I lost a bit, but at this point I'm feeling confident I had the job done. But the guy in kart 11 puts up a very hard fight. I brake a tiny bit late and he cuts back immediately, quite forcefully. I don't want to let it go, so I'm forceful as well. He puts a proper elbow out for me. But again, I managed, with the help of going over some gravel, to cut him back here, and I slot just in front of him here, luckily. But the gap to the guy ahead is now about 2 seconds, which is basically the race lost. At this point, we are already second and third on the track, with the leader only the guy who still hasn't done the Joker, I think. So now we are just trying to push the tempo to try to get as close as possible by the time he takes his Joker. So close yet so far. If I was second closer I could get his slipstream, but I cannot. Another leader has emerged from his Joker and he has stayed in front, but still crazy how much fighting we have done, and yet the gaps are still quite small. So if any of the fights had gone any easier, if I had taken a Joker later, it could have been all different, but can't always go your way, and I did make several judgment mistakes which mean that I did not deserve to win. But yeah, here we are pushing quite a tempo. I still for sure not getting any ideal laps, getting good corners, but maybe a 0.3 would have been possible if I hooked all the perfect corners up. We are already going to the last lap now. It should still be a 46.5. It will end up as the second fastest lap time of the whole event. The guy ahead getting a 46.4 with the fastest lap time of the day. But yeah, it turns out later that the guy currently in first, who did a good job staying out of trouble, Christopher Saune, he did hit one of the cones in the Joker lap, so he would receive a 2-second penalty. We do not know this at this point, so we're still just pushing hard, but not maybe for every tenth. See here, I completely mess up the last two corners. Still getting a good lap time, but yeah, he would get a 2-second penalty, and this would mean that the guy ahead in kart number 5, the guy who I fight hard, Edis Malinovskis, he would be the winner, and Christopher's would finish exactly 9 hundredths ahead of me, so still third for me. But it was a fun race, and yeah, throughout this event I managed to gain some lap time, and yeah, very excited about this organization by this Latvian Discomania Oilhead group. So thanks for watching, and see you in another video.